my mind and my body. But there's one thing I say and always need.
This world shall know pain.
Come and dance with me in hell, won't you?
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
Mr.
Boricua Senpai.
And Shark King.
And you were missing Japan, but that's okay. He's at a twice concert, a K-pop concert.
And that's okay.
No, I'm kidding. We miss him.
I miss you.
Yeah. We miss him, but it's okay.
Don't lie.
Hey, I do miss him. He's the yang to my yin. He's the Goku Black to my Goku.
He's the Shang to your Chi.
Count it. Kobe. No, exactly. So of course I miss him, but he's having fun at Twice. If you don't know who Twice is, that is a K-pop band that I like and that he loves. Actually, we both love him. But anyway, he's at that concert, Las Vegas. Hope you're doing well. I'm not recording with us, but that's okay. He's probably having more fun in different ways. If it's your first time watching Chibi No Podcast, we're just a bunch of friends talking about nerdy things, and because that's what we do. That's all we do. Even when we're out eating with like different people, that always comes up. Like
it always ends up being a nerd fest for sure.
That is not true.
You're right.
Okay.
We do talk about sports.
Sometimes it comes up and it's like a random thing though that happens. Like we should be talking about something different, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, we're back to this. It reminded me of this. We talked about this last week, and I added this little sound to it. Let's say we're talking about like, oh, how's your life doing? Good, and all of a sudden you hear this.
That was a good part of the episode, FYI.
I love that.
Yeah, and so it's like, oh, nope, we have to talk about anime again. And then we go back to it. So, at one point we're going to use this more, this one, because we talked about last week about we should talk about Star Wars, or maybe of another movie, but like, what could we input this ad in different movies? I think that's going to be fun if we think more about it later on.
I'd be down.
And I say we even like do the scripts and do a little segment, and then we'll play it. I think it'd be fun.
I think we should also like do a reaction video to us watching this Cerveza Crystal. I want the Cerveza Crystal cut of Star Wars.
There has to be somewhere. It has to be somewhere. I can't wait to see it. So, but yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I think the first thing we want to talk about, unfortunately,
don't make me sad.
Yeah, I have to. It's part of the show. Is we have to talk about our final unsuccessful attempt at Pokemon Emerald.
It wasn't final. It's just.
It was a successful attempt, just an unsuccessful run.
We're on a break.
And
Ross and Rachel now. We're on a break.
Yeah.
Right now. We were on a break.
Oh my gosh. I hate Emerald, FYI. I'm going to start with that. It's the worst of all the Pokemon games I've played. And that's saying something. I've actually liked every single Pokemon game except Emerald. I don't know if it's because it's the Nuzlocke factor that we're doing.
It probably is.
It feels limited in... I don't like the special and attack is decided by typing. I think that's garbage.
Hey, they didn't know any better. You're right, but they didn't know any better.
But
Fire Red was like that as well.
But he didn't play Fire Red, did he?
Yeah,
no, he did.
I did.
Oh no, he didn't. Well,
I did it on my,
but
an emulator on my phone.
Yeah,
which it was fine, but I didn't play as a Nuzlocke, which probably helped.
I think.
And that one was nostalgic for me, anyways, because I played it as a kid, so I was okay with it. But,
well, if you play it like not as a Nuzlocke, you probably would enjoy it more.
Yeah,
you see,
because it's a rough game in general.
My thing was like I didn't play. I didn't play Emerald. Oh no, I did. But for some reason, that was when I started not liking Pokemon as much.
Dang it, David.
I skipped the next one, which was... What was the next one?
Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum.
I skipped that one for whatever reason. I went to Black and White, and Black and White was the one that was like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore.
Is that the one with the Leomon on the cover?
No, that's Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
That's literally one with the black and white dragons on it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's where I stopped.
Cool
and I was like,
story though. Black and white too.
The story is good. Like it's actually probably one of the better written stories.
There's a gym with the puzzle, like the puzzles with the gyms are there. I don't know if they were doing it afterwards. I can't remember, but the puzzles in those gyms are cool.
Nice.
They are, and that was the one where you sent me that meme when you're like, I don't understand this reference.
Oh yeah,
Where the guy walks into the beach house and you can like randomly battle like the champion from the previous
Got
game.
it.
And you're like 20 levels, like, you're like 20 levels below. You're like, oh crap!
Yeah, okay.
I can't
That
do
kid
this.
starts screaming.
Well, anyway, back to Emerald. So, if you didn't watch our stream, it was funny because Mr. Mister, he has his Destiny clan or Destiny friends that he plays with, and he was like, dude, like my friends, my brothers are gonna be playing Pokemon Emerald. They're gonna it's their third attempt. They're gonna do their first gym. I want everyone to watch. And some people replied, you said they're gonna watch.
Yeah, so it wasn't me like promoting it. It was just me like, hey, I won't be able to join in. I'm gonna be doing this. And like, oh, okay. Like you always say you do this stuff for your podcast. Like share us a link. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
So I'm just prepping everything, and then 20-minute stream.
the worst
And then I'm like, I gotta go into the chat because they're gonna roast me. Luckily they didn't. They're just like, so you guys lost. And I was like,
that is. I mean, you guys can say otherwise. I think that is arguably the worst Nuzlocke stream we've ever had. It's like easily the worst, the least entertaining, the most underwhelming one. Other ones, even if we've lost, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, all of our fire red ones, even though it's the ones that were shut that we lost in the first 20-30 minutes,
they were entertaining.
If you've never seen it, I have the video. First of all, Shark King, he's the one that jinxed us because he's like, this is the run. This is because he had an Articuno and he gets freaking killed by what was it?
Dodrio.
With
it hit all 5 Fury attacks and 2 of the 5 were crits. By the way, a critical hit is 7%.
Oh, and it hit twice.
And it hit twice.
What a roller.
Even that was funny and good to watch, but but this one was
Now
just
It was just sad. It was just sad.
I feel it was also my fault too because it was
your fault.
mainly my fault because I was playing it. I played Silcoon, but whatever in Metagross, my mind instantly went to like
You steal
metal, steel, and I forgot the psychic part about it. I completely forgot about it. So I was like, I should be fine with Blaziken, and then he made confusion
On your Blaziken?
on my Blaziken. I was like,
Yeah.
just went, you.
I'll do it.
and Scyther, I was like, fudge, Scyther is not going to do anything. And Scyther, for some reason, put up a good battle. Like we had this stretch. Okay, I'm gonna use my potions. I'm gonna hit him with
Potion,
with
pursuit.
false swipe and with another like dark attack, and it was doing pretty good damage. And then
He nuked you with
he
a
nuked
crit.
me with the crit, and I was like,
I don't even think it was a crit. I think it was just a high roll.
No, it was a crit.
Oh, it was okay.
I had some fault in it before when I lost my Grand Bull that caused you to lose Metagross and everybody else like lose really good Pokemon. And the thing is, Sparky, our other buddy who was doing it, he was watching it again on the streamer.
Yeah.
He said he watched me because I missed out on the opportunity. If I had used Tyranitar, I wouldn't have been touched. I would have just murked, right? But I had Grand Bull, and I can't remember the move, but it hits me again, and then it confuses me, and the confuse is what killed me. So the fact that I got hit twice in a row before I could even attack is like, and I got confused, it just really screwed me over. So, and then it screwed everybody else over, and now we had 2 Pokemon, and I had an Azurill of all things.
Yeah!
if
It's a baby Pokemon,
And
super
I-
powerful, right, Mr. Mister?
25 potions. I bought because I had because I had and I still had like 10 grand because I had so many things to sell that were very high priced that I would
oh
find.
yeah, because you
Like I just kept
lucky
finding
with that, yeah.
protein and calcium, and those go for like $5 grand a piece or something. So I literally, Sparky was laughing because right before the stream, I just kept buying potions. He goes, "How many are you buying?" I go, "As many as I need." And I'm like, 25 seems good, and I had 5 super potions. And I mean, you guys saw because after the stream, I still beat the gym leader with just Azurill.
But it was
I
also
stalled
because you had Tyranitar
with the sandstorm.
That's
Yeah.
also why.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool.
This
but-
was the problem. It was also frustrating because I think, if I told it correctly, I spent 15 hours just shiny hunting. Got nothing.
Well, at least you didn't shiny hunt for hours. Catch it, use it for only like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
One battle, I was like, hey, I beat the gym. It's like, oh, we lose the run. I'm like, wait. No. It's just
No.
I literally didn't even give it a nickname. My shiny Latios, rest in peace, does not even have a nickname.
Oh,
Here lies.
Yeah,
Name-
you and Sparky finished way fast, didn't you, on the gym?
Well, I had Latios, dude.
Yeah.
Latios with Soldios just like just click buttons and then
yeah.
everything just dies.
Sparky had no issues.
He never has issues.
I had some issues, and you had the toughest one that time.
Metagross, man.
I think what made it harder is this is the reason we were in this situation to begin with is these couple runs have been the hardest for captures.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever failed so many captures and it was like, oh, I accidentally killed it, oh, I crit it or whatever. Like it's just like, dang, dude, like it's just bad
And
luck.
then inevitably we misjudge a battle and lose a Pokemon.
Yeah, we would get something and then like we was like, oh yeah, well he was on my team for like 30 seconds. That was cool.
It sucked. I think if we had more Pokemon to use, we would have been fine.
Oh,
We
yeah,
still
if
might
you
have
had at
lost
least-
some.
Even my Azurill took, I think, 13 Pokeballs to capture.
Yeah.
A Azurill.
Yeah.
Garbage.
If you
And
want
I
to
caught
have
my
more, you
Latios on
probably
the first ball. Yeah, because I mean the rest of my team was bad. I had Swampert and I had Magnemite and I think we had Meow. I had a Meowth and like a Pharaoh
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
box. And I don't think they ever like saw I never used them. Like, we had them for like 2 minutes and then somebody would lose something like, oh crap.
Long story short, they're going to do, what is it, Radical Red?
I think that's the next project we'll be doing. We might take a break. I'm brainstorming some ideas to try to get it all worked up. To try to do something similar but different. So it's still going to be Nuzlocke. It's not going to be Soul Linked. So it's just going to be
Individual.
it's going to be a free for all basically. I won't be participating. I'll just kind of be hosting, kind of like Mr. Mister did this last time.
I'll join to participate in Chatter, but I'll be working on other things.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
fine.
stepping away from Pokemon for a bit.
You're not going to participate.
He's taking a break.
It'll be these two.
Emerald
and
heard
hopefully you're putting Japorion. You better join. And then who? I swear there's going to be a four. I think maybe Sparky will do it too.
Oh, dude, we need you though.
I don't know if I want to.
I think
brain.
we're
You have to defend your title as the Radical Red champion.
Maybe.
I think we're gonna do
We'll
some
see.
other things like this.
Gonna let that Marowak laugh at you?
Yeah. I've come to terms with it. Okay.
You know, for your birthday, I was going to look for getting a graded PSA 10 Marowak.
Marowak.
No, I was looking for one
telling
too.
him that, and he's like, "That's messed up. It's so
I
fresh."
would've
But it was like a
accepted
fresh wound.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "We'll give him a Kobe card, and then we'll give him this." So he'll be like, "Oh, this is cool." And then, "Oh, you bitches."
I think it's pretty funny,
I've gotten over the Marowak thing.
but it's okay. It's all good. That leads me to our next one, which I want to talk about the launch of a game that just happened, and it just we're on the sad train right now.
just on the sad. Okay.
And this has to do with Battlefront 2. I'm going to have a Shark King talk about this because this was the one we wanted to play. We were so happy. And
We were in chat about this for a while about which system are we getting it? Like, what are you getting it on so I can get on the same thing? It's not crossplay, so we have to get it on the same console. What are you getting it on? And I said Xbox. You said you would be okay with Xbox.
yeah.
But Japarian doesn't have Xbox. And then
does
he
not.
said PlayStation, but then I have PlayStation, but you don't have PlayStation, so we decided on Nintendo Switch.
That's a
And
terrible
then-
choice.
Well, it's the only one that we all have.
True.
But it's like the Nintendo Switch isn't like, it's not that the game is demanding anyway.
yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like,
I
why
guess
would
it's
it?
an old game?
It's an old, so what is it, 2005? 2004?
I think the first one came out in 2004.
The first one came out in 2004?
So let's say
Battlefront
the next
came
one
out in
is
2004.
2007 at the latest?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old game. But
They
Yeah.
fucked it up.
yeah, that
I've heard.
go ahead. You can let you know the details better if you want.
I mean, all I know is they weren't prepared for the servers, or they didn't set them up properly, whatever. And
There's 3.
3 servers.
They had 3 on launch day. 3.
And how many people can you hold per server?
I think they said
I think it's 60. No,
64. Yeah, 64.
there are about 200
So it's
people that were
able
could
to play.
So 60.
And I think there was like 10,000 people that tried to play at launch at least. Like right at the
So
launch time.
64 per server. 10,000. So if you saw the purchase of how many people pre-ordered it that week, easily could have just been like, okay, let's buy more servers. Now we're good with the 3.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What a bunch of dumb.
What developer studio owns it?
Aspire. It's not, I can't remember the name. Let me look it up really quick.
mean, I
They,
think
they don't
he-
have like a big. They're not under like a big umbrella or anything.
I think EA owns them, but like that
EA is
company.
garbage.
Well, they own the newer Battlefront, so I think they own that title still, so that they had the other party make like the adaptions for them. That's my thought process. That would be the only thing that makes sense to
So
me.
they ported it or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But either
it's,
way, having
it's just
EA
it's just bad. Whatever it is. But we had mentioned everybody is literally calling it the worst video game release since Master Chief Collection originally. Nobody's able to play. You can't find a game. I guess you can launch your own server, but whoever hosts, like, basically can't play because it's unplayable. So you can host and you can watch your friends have fun.
But you can't.
But you can't have
nice,
fun.
but like
there have been other things that I've read and I've seen reviewers talk about is there's this issues with, well, first of all, the bugs, but the second thing is with if you're playing on PC, if you're hosting, for some reason you're capped at like 30 frames, and it sometimes dips down to 24. Some people are like saying this is not playable, but everyone who's on the server, like you're not hosting, but the other people that are on, we're having no issues
Having
with
a jolly
frames.
good time.
Yeah, but the guy who's hosting is like 20 frames, 30 frames, and they're locked in there. It doesn't go any higher. I was like, that's some BS. I don't know how they. This was. I mean, we were talking.
How much was the game?
$35, I think.
No, not if you pre-ordered. It was
Oh,
$29.99. Say $5 for what? Nothing.
For nothing, to not be able to play.
To not be able to play still. Yeah,
That's basically what happened.
Yeah, it's just bad. I mean, they were even talking about like the reviews that it runs worse than like if you play on your old like PlayStation 2 or your Xbox, it runs better, and it has less problems. Like it has more bugs. Like there's even problems with like campaign. They're like, oh, okay, I can't play multiplayer. Like I'll just play the campaign. There's like whole cutscenes that are just like not working, or it's like playing like the wrong cutscene with like the wrong
It's horrible.
voiceover.
Uh-huh.
So like it's like completely like messed up. They're like, there's a whole cutscene missing. Like what happened? So it's just a mess. There's absolutely zero support for Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 got 3 servers on launch day, which is awesome. But yeah,
because like I remember, what was it called? Cyberpunk.
yeah.
Ended up doing refunds. Are they looking like they're going to be doing that here?
Steam is doing refunds, as far as I know. The other consoles are a little bit.
They're not doing. There was an announcement, a statement made that they said that they're going to fix it.
So that
But
there's not giving you. They're
No
basically
ETA or
they're
anything.
basically just directing you back to the company, saying, "Hey, they're the ones that sold you a crappy game. It's not our fault."
I mean, that is true, but
It's technically not their fault, but yeah, that's the problem with console gaming. And yeah, it just sucks because I think you can buy you can still on Steam you can still download the original too. I mean, the only reason you want to play them is because you want the multiplayer, but I think you can buy the original too for like $5 total.
yeah, and some
Which you might as well just do now.
You might as well just do.
That
Yeah,
is
you might
you'll
as well
be able
just
to
wait.
LAN party it still, right? Like with
Yeah,
PCs,
yeah, you'd
if
be
you have
able to do
PCs.
Yeah, you can do LAN, but I think with the original ones that are on Steam, like the $5, I'm pretty sure you can do online too. Still, can you?
I don't think they do.
Oh, well, that's BS.
But yeah, so
That's the catch.
Yeah, I don't know how you mess this up
I mean,
because
technically, you can't even do the online now. So
it's just a hard port. Like it's
Well-
not even like it's it's not like it's high definition or
No, it's not
They
even.
didn't upgrade it.
It's not
Remastered.
even
Upgraded it.
remastered. It's just literally here's
just
the
like
PC
here.
version.
And it's fine because like I've said this, it's one of my favorite all time favorite games. So I'm like super bummed about it. It's the only game on Xbox that rivaled. I played almost as much as I played like Halo 2 and Halo Combat Evolved. Like if I wasn't playing Halo, I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Those are like the only 2 games I heavily played. On
It was a
Xbox
super fun
since.
game.
It's a phenomenal. It's a super.
You
fun
die
game.
so much, but it's
I know
so
it's
fun.
you die all the time.
I played it
great.
at a couple LAN parties before, but I never owned it.
What was that gun where it's like it charges up and it's
The chain gun,
Yeah.
the clone commander.
It's like it sounds like spit.
It's such a fun game. I mean, I'm just really disappointed that it launched like this. They've already released statements that they're sorry and they appreciate the support and they're like, oh, we'll fix it, but we'll see how long that takes.
I'm
So
gonna say it's gonna be about 6 months before it's playable.
6 months. That's probably not wrong.
I mean,
that's
the
not what I want to hear.
Master Collection took what, a year before it was
stopped-
playable.
No, it was
Longer
2
than a year.
years. It was like 2 or 3 years.
I will say this about the Master Chief Collection. I was one of those weird people. I didn't have problems with it at launch. Like I was able to get into multiplayer matches. I was able to do all the campaigns.
I couldn't do it.
But I know that like 90%, like I had it and I had like all my friends bought it and I wasn't able to play with anybody. I'm like, yeah, join up. And like they would instantly like their game would crash and boot them. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm in a multiplayer match. I'm like, I'm having fun.
He's like, where's everyone else?
we never had a game like
No.
we bought it the day of, and then we had a bunch of friends we were going to play together. We had like our group of 4. Waited like 3 hours, nothing happened. We're like, okay, I'm done, and then
LAN parties. That the future is going backwards. Go back to LAN parties.
no, but that was
That'll
the
be
thing. I
fun.
think the Xboxes, they didn't have that option. That was the big thing. We're like, oh, we're gonna do LAN parties again. Like I was really excited, but I think at the time at launch that wasn't possible.
Oh yeah, you couldn't.
That was
right.
you couldn't do. And I was like, what kind of You're giving me the Master Chief Collection with no land capabilities right now. I was like, this
That's
is
going
some
backwards.
bullshit.
That's backwards technology.
Yeah.
If I recall, the reason why Master Chief Collection failed is because there was a glitch in it where it was re-queuing you each time. It was rethinking that you need to re-queue, so that it kept trying.
It was something like
find a
that. I
connection
just remember
way.
that it was just ridiculous.
And it took them
was
2
just dumb.
years to fix that. Come on, guys.
Well, like yeah. I
Well,
mean,
like,
they did issue like a statement, like when of their stuff, like this is what we're gonna do. This is the roadmap. Like first of all, we're sorry for everything we've done. This is what we're gonna do, and then I think that's when they decided to make like all the armor and all the extra stuff with the games. They made them free, so it was worth it.
And it became great.
Oh yeah, it's one of those like this. There's like no coming back, and somehow like
they made it work.
yeah, ashes from the Phoenix. They came back like. They were literally just burning. Like the ashes were gonna be cold, and they're like, "Nah, I still got one spark." And
They brought. I mean, I know it's controversial game, but Halo Reach, then they finally put on there as well. I know some people have
they
their
put
issues
ODST.
with the Rush, and they put ODST.
and they put in all the extra game modes. Like they put in Firefight.
Oh, Firefight was the only good thing about ODST for me.
They put ODST and Reach Firefight in.
Yep, the original
And
ones.
then after a while, I mean, they did so many fixes to it because then you could actually filter what you wanted to play. Like you'd be like, oh, I only care about like
Halo 1. Halo
I
2.
only want to play Combat Evolved. I only want to play Halo 2. I only want to play these Halos. I only want to play these certain game modes. So there's like, I don't care what game you put me in. It's like as long as you're playing like Team Death or Slayer, put me in Slayer.
Another thing that they gave that made them that was the most played was Halo 3 because they were providing new skins for them.
It was cool.
And then they edit. You could edit the like how you want your weapon to be at. You can have it really low, really high, or move it to the side.
Yeah, it was really interesting. The only like thing that they didn't do, which I know people were wanting, was to put Halo 5 on there. But for some reason, Microsoft was like, no, it's
For the
never
longest
coming.
time, they were like, yeah, we're never doing that.
And it's still true. It's still not on PC. It's still
They're
not
not
anywhere.
liars. They're not liars.
They kept their word on that
They said no.
for
Many
once.
failures.
And then now they're not going to develop
Yeah,
it anymore.
that's-
It stopped in July of last year. People noticed.
That's the next thing is that that they have stopped production or stopped development for the Master Chief Collection, which is I think it's a big red flag. We know that Infinite has had their issues. Infinite has slowly been going good, and now it's kind of
Because they want more money.
they want more money, and it's kind of going declining. And now they laid off a lot of people too, right?
Something like that. I
The
can't remember
DLC
how much.
was canceled years ago.
No, it wasn't, David.
Okay, the hobby wasn't. The Shark King was never
No,
canceled.
it is.
And so
I'm not expecting anything. They're probably just working on the next thing, and I think next time they should just put out a game that's when it's ready.
Yeah, that's a lot of. It seems like a lot of people or developers are putting out incomplete games.
What I don't get is how this happens with like AAA games. Like, dude, you guys have like millions and millions of dollars in budget. Like, how does this happen?
I know Mr. and I share a lot of similar thoughts in this regard. I think it's just they're so greedy and they know that the hardcore fan base is big enough that they'll still turn a profit, and they're willing to just do that. And
I'm not a hardcore fan for any game.
It's like Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty is not that good. I mean, it's fun, it's consistent in that regard, but their map sizes are absurd. It's the exact same game. They have nothing but aesthetics as like an upgrade. They haven't really changed anything, but they know, and they have, honestly, in my opinion, terrible servers for multiplayer. Every time I've played I haven't played in the last two whatever Call of Duties have come out, but there's been incredible amounts of lag. That's something that you and I complained about. Inconsistencies with like hitboxes to the point where it's just like almost unplayable in my opinion. And so many people that cheat, it's just not a good experience. But they just have this loyal fan base that will never let it go. So they
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Your brother and his wife played all the time. I'm like,
I hate it.
I can't do it.
I hate that franchise now. I used to love Call of Duty and I hate it now.
The last Call of Duty I played was Modern Warfare 3.
That was
the
the
first
last
one or the
really,
second
really,
one?
really good one.
Oh, from the like 10
From
years ago.
the
He means
Xbox
the
360.
original.
I know. But now they're like, they're out of ideas. Like, we're just going to rename it the same
Modern
thing.
Warfare 3, yeah.
Yeah, for the Xbox 360, that was the last Call of
Okay,
Duty.
there we
Because this Modern Warfare 3
There's a Modern Warfare 3 now?
yeah.
Yep.
this
Yeah,
is the
that's
latest
why I
one.
said-
It was more of a Modern Warfare 2 from what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, is what they did is they.
And guess who bought it?
No, but I'm saying so. Modern Warfare 1 was more like everyone liked it more because they changed a lot of things. They gave you tactical sprint. The guns just felt better. They
What's
didn't feel
tactical
as,
sprint?
so like when you're running,
You run
you hold
tactically.
like this, or when you attack sprint, you hold
run,
the
but
gun
you
up,
run
You
tactically?
run faster. You can run a lot faster.
It's
but
like with Apex, right? When you oops. when
you run without a gun?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like that, but that,
cool,
and then
cool.
the attachments with the gunplay felt a lot better. It was more realistic. It was less arcadey feeling. And then they reverted it in Modern Warfare 2. It just kind of like they messed up a lot of stuff. And then this, they just basically put it back to Modern Warfare 1 with some new gimmicks for this game. Like this is how bad it is.
like
The
gimmicks.
hitbox, like he was talking about the hitbox. There's a skin that's like an evil Groot looking guy, but he's more like twigs and not like a tree, like solid. He's like has a lot of open holes on his body because it's like twigs.
And the bullets go through his holes.
The bullets go through his holes and it's harder to kill him.
And they won't patch that.
Yeah,
They don't patch things like that. It drives me insane.
yeah, or they'll patch it like later. I think he just got
But
patched.
the thing is, there's always an update. Every weekend, there's an update that's like 13 gigs. What do you need to update 13 gigs for? You haven't patched anything. You haven't fixed anything.
Yeah, and they're ridiculous sizes.
They just patch stuff that is game breaking that like, oh, we know a way to manipulate so you can get the skins for free, or you can get this for free, or you can win your game without having to work on it. Like there was a glitch in Modern Warfare 3 where you have these little handrails, like you know when you go up onto the balloon and it shoots you up in Apex.
Yeah.
There's one where you can go down in Warzone, but you can go down, and if you jump at the right time, you can go underneath the level. And then you can shoot people and survive.
And survive, and they can't do anything.
And then they can't. They're like, oh, we can't fix it. Let's just turn off that feature. We just can't use it for right now. And then like last month,
How long has that been disabled for? Because I get that does happen
that
sometimes.
got
and I think that has
disabled
to
for
happen.
like 3 weeks, and they finally fixed it. And then they had this other one where they did an update with some guns a month ago, and every time you didn't reset your whole rank in the whole game, but it reset your rank in Warzone, so you couldn't use your loadouts. You had to level up to 5 in the game in Warzone, and then you could use your loadout. And then if the game ends, you back to 0.
And they're constantly cycling on guns for like which guns are meta. The inconsistencies with the guns, I think they do that one specifically on purpose to get people to, oh, well, now this is the gun I have to level up or play, just to like force people. But like, just leave the guns relatively like similar. It's just annoying. I hate Call of Duty now. I've grown to resent that whole franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with some friends just for fun, but like I haven't really played it since I got it. So I mean, wasted $70, but whatever. I lesson learned.
$70 game.
Yep.
And-
Which is mostly a update from Modern Warfare 2 from what I could tell.
Yeah. So basically, what's funny is the Modern Warfare the new Modern Warfare series.
He doesn't even
1,
know the
2, and
words he's
3.
calling.
The stories,
rematch.
the campaigns of those are actually really good. If there's anything
Because
to go
that's what you play Call of Duty for, is a campaign.
I
mean,
did.
yeah,
back
people
then. They
do.
were
I was
good.
always
They were
surprised.
good.
I'm surprised. People, but the first one and the second one were really good, and then everyone's like, "Oh, I'm excited for the third one. We're gonna finish the story," and it's just Warzone with like some cutscenes, and it's only like 3 hours long. So like the story got like a 2 out of 10, and then the gameplay is still like an 8 out of 10 type of thing for people. But yeah, it's just same old thing. Like it's meh. I don't think I'll get the next one. I mean, it'd have to be like.
I know what it
Something new.
needs.
Cerveza
I was not expecting that.
If they did a collab with them, oh, people would lose their shiz.
No, but yeah, like that game needs to.
But yeah, that would be the skin
revolutionize.
for the grenade. It's
You,
just,
want to know who's doing it right with the games, microtransactions, and how it runs?
Not Overwatch.
Oh, definitely not Overwatch. Roblox.
Fortnite, it seems to be running.
Fortnite
good,
does-
I don't play Fortnite, but hats off to that group. Like they have had
Epic.
consistent
Crazy how
stuff.
they created Gears of War, decided to do their own thing, made Fortnite as a side thing because they were doing.
And the story thing was a beta thing. It's been in beta or never
Yeah,
released.
They dropped it, but like no,
Yeah.
Fortnite was just like their side piece because
Yeah.
I can't remember what the main game was, and then that flopped, and then Fortnite just blew up, and they're like, okay, let's put all our money to that, and then Disney's like, hey, let's give you some money and let's be a part of it. It's like, okay, yeah, here you go, and then now they're like,
Yeah, hats off to.
but
that-
what I meant to say was Helldivers too for democracy.
You know,
Lie.
Democracy.
You just told me that
it's a lie.
No, the game
Propaganda.
the game is
Propaganda.
fun. The game is fun. You don't need to pay for your microtransactions. If you play enough of the game, you
You're
get
actually
credits.
killing innocent robots.
Have you not seen
They have
Ender's
chainsaw
Game?
arms. They are not innocent.
Hey, if you
You're holding guns.
Yeah.
They're just chains. They're just coming at me.
But there's multiple versions.
He's coming right for us.
Mr. Mitchell just thinks this is
There's
a
one that's like called the
simulation.
Hulk, and it's like this big old monster thing with machine gun arms and stuff. It's terrifying. But
You think this is a simulation? This is an Ender's Game. This
Have you've seen Ender's Game or read it at least, right?
I haven't read it since.
Spoiler, okay? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's they play these video games while they're going through their training.
simulating.
But the simulator is actual real life armies and battalions that they've sent into space to fight their actual aliens in real life.
Oh, that's cool.
So like if they lost in the simulation, that whole battalion was just wiped out.
Oh,
People
they're like,
actually died.
it's
Yeah,
not-
so
it's not
like
a
the big
deal.
test was where Ender's like the commander of the entire fleet. It was like they said, this is your last one. This is pass or fail, but it was the actual last battle for humanity.
And he won.
Anyone, yeah.
But then he found out that it was.
He found out it was real and it crushed him from a moral standpoint.
Then
Anyways,
he turned Itachi and killed. I'm just kidding.
for democracy, Helldivers 2, the thing is, you can pay for the skins if you want to, or you can just play enough and you get credits and you can unlock everything.
I might have to play that game. Maybe
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You can do emotes. You can throw nukes at the bugs or at the
You
automatons.
throw nukes at the bugs.
Yeah. No, like I mean, there's a
That's
there's
the crossover we need.
There's a YouTube channel called like FPS Plays 10 or something like top 10 plays, and just look at Helldivers 2 and just watch those videos. It's a lot of fun. It's hilarious, and
Yeah,
it's
you
very-
showed me a clip that was
and
hilarious.
it's very real too, like in the
Yeah.
sense of like,
It's Ender's Game.
you know how like when you're playing like Call of Duty and you shoot like 4 bullets, you kill a person, you reload.
Yeah.
It's like in that game, it's like no, if you reload, you lose all those
those
clips that are in that
clips, yeah.
magazine. You know, so like you want to be on empty before you reload.
Yeah, he showed
it's
me
very
this
realistic.
clip where they called in. What do they call it? The
Stratagems.
I don't know what it is. It's basically to end the round so you can escape, right?
Oh, you're calling for your pelican to pick you up.
Yeah, to pick him
called a
up.
I understood that
Pelican too?
relevance.
I just said it so he can.
Yeah.
So he can relevant.
They're stealing from everything now. Gosh.
I just call it.
It's the new Power World. But
Oh my God.
So Mr. showing me he has this little squad that they're playing, and I don't know if they beat the robot or something, but he emotes.
No, because he's only beaten 5.
Yeah. It must have been the 5th one. He emotes on the hill and then poof, and it kills them.
Oh, that's
all.
funny. Yeah.
I throw a stratagem where it's like the Jericho from Iron Man, but I thought it would go from like from my point of view, looking at it, would go from left to right, but it went front and back. So it shot,
He stood on the hill
us and shot all
and
my
he
team.
emoted and he just died. It was
Yeah,
funny.
it's fun. It's a really fun.
I kinda wanna
It's on
play it.
PS5.
I've heard great things about it for people who play, but I'm afraid of being bullied, Diego.
He won't bully. I won't bully.
You
He'll play
just-
with us.
Just do they have
No,
the
I'm
chat
not
settings
just-
where it's just the party.
No, I've seen that there's been people complaining
Yeah,
that
if you're not if you don't do the meta,
if you don't do like your meta loadouts.
yeah, but I mean that's if you do like hard mode stuff. But like you know,
But that's
Yeah,
what
if you
people
play with
wanna
us,
do.
We don't care. I promise you, we don't
it's
care.
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Don't lie to me, Diego.
But that's
It's,
what.
it's
But that's what
satirical as
people.
well because the first part of the game, like you see that like it's like a it's like a commercial, like a propaganda film. It's like
we have to protect the Cerveza.
no, like you see like it's like showing like oh welcome, this is Super Earth, and you see
I
like
just
a
played
family.
it. Yeah.
There's a family and they're like just like enjoying themselves, like but freedom isn't always free. And you see the bugs come and eat this guy's family. It's like no, and then it pauses like this is what your chance to be a warrior of liberation.
But why are we?
You know,
Why are they killing the bugs?
they're somehow coming to planets and starting and they're invading other planets around us, and they'll eventually get to Super Earth.
They're a
What
pestilence.
makes it super?
So that's why.
It's a bigger Earth, I don't know,
So why are we killing them? Why are they killing them?
because we're cleansing the planet for us for liberation.
Yeah, you sound like
We're riding. We're
sound
on
like the
right
Covenant.
Side, we're on the right side of history. No, it's because
You sound like-
it's satirical because like like some parts of the game when you're like leaving, it's like another chapter for the right side of history.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that. It's fun. It makes fun of itself. It's
So you're okay with killing innocent robots?
they're not innocent.
Robots are always innocent. We're the ones programming them.
I don't know who programmed them.
Somebody did.
It wasn't me. I don't kill them, so it's cool.
Clearly.
It's the racist AI Google. You know?
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's $30.
I don't want to
I
be on
thought
the
it
wrong
was
side of
16.
history.
No, it was 30.
I always thought it was 60.
30?
It's
Oh,
double
for
the
brand new
hours.
game?
That makes it even
I know, but I
better
just
to-
spent that on Star Wars Battlefront 2.
And what do you have to show for it?
Nothing.
'Cause I can't play it.
You might as well buy Helldivers.
No, I bought it, and I just need to play with you for Battlefront.
I'm sorry, you have to play on 3 servers.
Good luck.
We'll wait about a week, and then we'll play, and we'll stream that too. That'll be fun. Although I don't know how it's gonna work because how
I
you group
found
up
out-
with people.
Yeah, you can do split screen, but it's only 2 player,
Yeah, it's done.
not 4 like before.
But I also want to know how you can group up with people. That's the only thing I don't know how to do online. Because from what I saw from people who got it previously, they couldn't group up, but also the servers weren't up at that time with
Yeah.
these guys who got it. So I don't know how I can
give
do
it
it.
6 months and then you'll be fine.
I guess we're playing Helldivers.
But you can play
until then.
Helldivers and be a warrior of liberation, so we're fine.
But I want to capture a command post.
You can you can capture the planet and
We
take
can
it
kill
over.
Diego. He can do his
Team
T-pose and then
Team Fire is there in the game
Why?
because it's realistic. If I'm shooting a laser beam and you walk in front of it, you think you're gonna be like, "I'm okay."
You just said the words realistic and laser beam in the same sentence.
In the future, there's gonna be laser beams. What do you mean?
Because it's realistic.
Yeah, the Spartan laser, bro.
2552. Real good.
It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
I
Well,
might do it.
we'll try
I
these
might
out.
check it out, honestly.
Watch some videos. Just watch it, and if it piques your interest,
I've seen it.
it's just fun.
We've seen the videos.
They look like the Killzone characters from PlayStation.
They
I
remind
love
me more of.
Killzone.
They remind me more of Starship Troopers.
They remind me more of knockoffs of ODSTs.
I'm doing
Yeah,
my
but with
part.
capes.
But with capes.
Yeah,
No capes.
The
No
Power
capes.
World equivalent.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
freedom.
we'll try it.
liberation.
That's what you say. You say for
Democracy.
democracy, but this is all sound
Also,
like a scam.
Yuri Lowenthal's in there. He was,
Dang it, I might have to play this game.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see that.
Spider-Man's in this game. That's good enough for me.
There you go.
Sasuke.
Sasuke.
Don't say that.
Don't.
Oh, by the way, Sasuke. You want to know what's crazy that I didn't know? Okay, so when we talked about it last week, the passing of Akira Toriyama, I did not know his son's name is Sasuke. I thought that was just an anime like type of name. I didn't know a real person's name was named that.
Okay.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
it's based
Akira
off of.
Toriyama
What if that was that?
is
What
goated.
if Kishimoto
Dude,
based
then
it off
that's
that?
cool.
That would be
Okay.
actually pretty sick.
How old is the kid?
He
he's
must have been born like
probably-
in the 80s
He's
or
probably
90s.
Yeah.
older than us. Probably closer to 40.
If we ever write a successful anime, we have to name
Sasuke.
to make Tenma.
Okay, yeah.
There
I
we
just
go.
this name just came to me. I don't
No,
know.
Tenma's already there. Tenma's Kamato.
I thought it was just an anime name.
Yeah, I thought Tenma was a girl's name because that's the name of a girl in one of the animes we've seen. So
But I guess it's
Don't make fun of my
gender
nephew
neutral.
like that.
It's gender
I'm not making
neutral.
fun of it. It's like the name.
She's an adorable character and
know.
hilarious. If Ten was adorable and
Jamie?
hilarious, then
Yeah, Jamie's a boy and girl name.
Jesse's a boy. And
Jesse's a boy and girl name. I didn't know Tenma was. I didn't know how those worked.
Fair enough.
Charlie's a boy.
Dude,
I met a bunch of girls named Charlie. It's weird.
I met a
but
couple females named Charlie.
They were butches though, so I don't know. You can take it from that.
All right. Anyways,
No, they were like
this message is running.
He just wanted to smash the button. That's what he wanted.
He wanted to smash Charlie.
After drinking a few. Oh my god.
These guys should be our official sponsor.
Chile's gonna come for us when they listen to this podcast.
Yeah, right. They're going to boost their sales because of this.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Chile. You need the money. I'm just kidding. Anyway, okay. The last final thing I want to talk about today is we've talked about this before. Reddit is just a weird place.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Reddit has the stupidest
Absolutely not.
discussions / fights about anything. Right? It could be politics. It could be I don't know.
Politics.
Politics.
They become just as toxic as Twitter.
Yeah.
Hey,
The most ridiculous takes, the most unreasonable groups.
But I feel like Reddit can get even more far-fetched and more out there because it's not really like a place where you like, today I feel sad or you know
Yeah.
whatever. It's like someone poses a question and then they comment
Add
on
to
it.
it,
Yeah.
True. And I don't think you need an account to access Reddit, right?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I think you can access it as like a guest, so to
Yeah.
speak. I don't know if you can post.
I don't think
but
you can. Yeah, but
You can still access it. And
I think you can comment still, even like as an anonymous person.
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
But again, there's all these different stan and all these. This is the word that they use. These dick writers for different animes that they don't ever want to admit that their characters could lose to another character in another series for X and Y reasons because of the rules that their character's world has. And because they have different rules, they're like, oh, this is why they can't win. But like, no, we have to look at this at what feats they can do in their respective worlds.
Yeah, you have to look at it
Right?
objectively.
Maybe this is
Yeah.
where my cousin gets his theories from.
And but even then, like, but even then, being objective for anime is also impossible. People just they can't.
No,
do
it's
that.
not impossible.
It's
but
not
to your point,
impossible.
is these Stan or Dick writers that
Yeah.
are impossible because
diehards.
their ego and their self-esteem is attached to their anime.
And I don't understand it. Like,
Neither do I.
and so one of the things
Ride or
is
die.
there's this constant fight, which is funny between. What are you doing, right or die? There's this constant.
Brought to you.
Brought to you by. There's this constant fight between, who's the strongest characters in anime. Now,
It's Goku.
yeah, it's Goku.
I mean, anime, yeah, it's
Surprise.
either Sailor Moon or Goku.
But here's the.
It's
But here's the.
Goku.
No, it's Goku.
Would you
We've
not
talked about
argue
this.
One Punch Man based off of the parody?
Well, here's the funny thing: is
make
One
that as
Punch
an
Man
exception?
actually is. I would say actually probably is the strongest one, which makes no. It's a parody, but he technically is like
He's
the
the
Superman
Superman
of
of
the
the anime
60s,
world.
of the 70s, who could sneeze and destroy a galaxy. That's how strong One Punch Man is.
Yeah,
That's his own thing, though.
that's what I mean though. Because
Yeah.
that aside, anything out of satire, it would be Goku.
Yeah, I mean, we could argue anything cartoon power is overpowered anyway.
They have hammer space.
I mean, yeah. So it just happens.
An
Yeah,
anvil will kill Goku. You know?
Where did you get what?
I pulled it out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Twin powers.
they're the biggest
Like
like
a Pegasus.
the biggest stands, the biggest
boy.
dick riders are come from One Piece and come from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh God.
They always come from these two, and they for whatever
Not
reason,
true.
okay, and for whatever reason, they keep clashing with each other, and
That's dumb.
it gets to the point where I'm like, you can't compare these two because first of all, you have people in the DBZ universe who, in Dragon Ball, if you've watched Dragon Ball, when they're quote unquote
Weak.
not that strong or weak, we had Master Roshi who could
comparison.
destroy the moon with a Kamehameha wave.
Yeah, that's their weakest power scaling is Dragon
Yeah.
Ball, and they're still OP.
Stronger.
Yeah. And then and again, One Piece isn't meant to be. Again, I'm not that far. I'm not even at Crocodile yet.
What?
Yeah, you passed me. So,
How did that happen?
because I just can't. I keep reading. I'm like, yeah, this is okay.
He can't keep his bargain. Rude.
I am reading it, so I'm just not that fast. I'm
Okay,
at
that's fair.
chapter
I'm- yeah,
160 now.
I'm
I
not
think.
that fast yet. This motherfucker reread Naruto like 3 times.
That's
I did.
good though.
But Naruto kept my attention. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, I don't think One Piece is like the creator Oda. He didn't make it to have these characters be completely overpowered, right? The whole I don't know what the whole message is, but it's like we're family, we're friends, we can do anything together, and we want to have
It's the
adventure.
Fast and Furious of animes.
Yeah,
Ugh.
correct me if I'm wrong. guys.
No, it's not.
No,
like
no,
that.
I know, but they're just they want they're pirates. They want to find
They
the One
have their
Piece.
own dreams.
Yeah, they have their own dreams.
Luffy wants to find the One Piece.
Okay, Luffy wants to find the
Yeah,
One Piece.
the other pirates want to.
Sanji wants to find the ocean that has all of the seas to the same.
They all have their own
Yeah.
dreams, and since they follow under Luffy, they're gonna follow his dreams, and then with his dream being accomplished, Luffy's gonna help them get all their.
I will be
dreams the same
watching.
way.
I don't need to be sold
Yeah.
this, but yeah, good
Selfish.
to know.
But anyway, the point is
Selfish.
that their whole like
Shtick?
reason for doing these things isn't to gain power. It's just a side byproduct, right?
Sure.
And so they do need to get stronger, right? To face off different foes and different
To get
antagonists.
to the next part.
To get to the
They need
next
get
part,
stronger.
and they do that out of necessity. Whereas you have people in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, whichever one you talk about, they do it because they love fighting. They need to get stronger, and there is a threat that happens in each of these that they need to train to become stronger to overcome.
Yes.
So, by that definition, they're also very different.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have Luffy training to become the strongest because that's not what he wants to do.
Yeah. So like if Miles was here, he would tell you that, because I think he told me this a while ago. He said like after so many years of the manga, he feels like it's not a shown anymore. It's more like I can't remember what he said, but he said it's
Slice
more,
of life.
No, it's not-
Adventure.
it's a more adventure, and there's fighting involved, but that's not the main gimmick. It's like the story of it. There's like these highs that are like really beautifully told, and there's all these really sad stories that make you cry. And fighting and strength and overcoming and transformations, quote, for the future, those are just byproducts. So like when people argue about that stuff, I'm like, One Piece isn't trying to be powerful. One Piece is just trying to give you a fucking cool story. And stupid shit sometimes.
But that's his thing. Unless you watch it, if you only talk to the fan base, to his point, they make it seem like, oh, One Piece, they're just a bunch of warriors. They'll take over anyone. They'll be any anime character. I'm like, no, they won't.
If they access the power of friendship, they win. But by that same logic, Yugi wins all the fights.
Yugi wins every time. That's Pharaoh, come on.
He has a
wins
blood
by
pool.
cheating.
It's not cheating. It's the heart of the cards.
Oh, no.
He
Here's
hit
a
the
side.
floating belt.
No, here's a
and
side.
that's not supposed to be hit.
Here's a side.
He destroyed the moon so that the monsters can show
here's a
up.
side thing. Here, I heard an argument about this.
He's smarter than Shikamaru.
No,
I attacked the moon.
Here's the argument I've heard about this. Is there's a reason why the cards in the anime have no description on it at all, because we all have to, whatever he says about the cards, it has to be true.
Yeah.
He's the pharaoh. He invented this game.
And Kaiba does the same thing. Anyone he fights with, they do the same thing, because we don't know what's on the cards.
5,000 years ago.
And they're like, whatever they say, obviously it's true, because he can't fake what he can do in the
It's
anime.
like the Karibo
Obviously,
multiply thing, where he's like, Karibo. And he multiply limitlessly. Like, what?
And it has to be true because it happens.
Yeah.
He can't be lying about it. Kaiba could do the same thing if he was that smart. Like,
that was during the first season. They fixed a lot of stuff during the after.
But here's the thing: like the card game is obviously very different, because obviously Pokemon, right? They're not limited to one attack or two attacks that I have to give them energy to attack, right? But that's in the card game.
Even compared to the game on, it's not turn based. It's okay, Charizard. If you can get 5 moves off before this other person, you're going to do it.
use Flare Blitz while you're underground.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So like I'm saying, like the anime, he can say whatever he wants, and we have to say, oh, I guess that's how this card works in this anime, because he said it and it works.
Just Iron Tail on a
That's just
on a
the way
steel
it
edge
is.
where it's
Yeah.
supposed to-
So anyway, that my point being,
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, like,
No, I just thought that was funny.
The One Piece dick riders are annoying because because the thing is, and just to go back to it, when they do something really cool, it shows you how strong they are compared to like that universe. So I can understand where they feel like, oh,
They're strong.
Zoro just one shot this person by like doing a cut. And
Spoilers.
He cuts a lot of people. But they're like, oh yeah, so he's stronger than Vegeta. It's like
He must be Puerto Rican.
he was never stronger than Vegeta. Vegeta
As a
out
child.
of a fetus is stronger than Zoro.
yeah, well, and going back to this came up in a Reddit post where this guy was saying how Kaido, which again you have to explain more about this power.
Kaido's a Yonko.
I don't know what that means.
He's a one of the
general
four warlords.
or the 4 warlords. So he's saying Kaido.
Is that good?
Yeah, he owns a part of the ocean. Like he's feared. Like he's he's that powerful of a pirate that part of that corner of the world is his. Like if you go on my land, it's war, and I'll kill you.
Anyway,
How many of these are there?
4. So they split between the 4.
All right.
some of those people are stupid because I don't know how they got there. I know. But anyway,
that's later on. But
anyway,
there's a caveat
it's
to it. You
stupid.
gotta
It's
understand.
stupid. But anyway, so
A lot of excuses, man.
So the fight. So the
You'll
fight.
understand when you read it.
The fight was that Kaido would decimate Krillin, and I'm like, are you serious? There is no way that Kaido could do anything against Krillin. You have no idea what Krillin has done. You've clearly never watched Dragon Ball because you have no idea what he has done, who he has fought against, and it's like they're like, yeah, but he never wins. I'm like, okay, have you seen who he fights?
Like maybe Dragon Ball Krillin, but Dragon Ball Z Krillin could own Kaido every day of the week.
In the same saga, whatever saga.
After in Z.
Krillin,
Z,
yeah, Krillin.
Z saga, Z Krillin could decimate Kaido. Dragon Ball Krillin,
I think at the end,
before the time skip,
maybe
he would lose out of fear. Not, but he wouldn't die. He wouldn't die. He would lose out of fear, but he wouldn't die.
But I'm like, they're like, well, because in One Piece, where it's like again, you have to correct me because I don't know. They said that
what can this guy
the reason that Kaido wouldn't get hurt by Krillin or any damage by Krillin is because you need Haki or some sort of specific Haki to hurt Kaido.
So there's levels of Haki. There's
you understand what it
observation.
is.
So Haki is like a.
It's true.
Is a power within your body that you can push out.
Chakra.
but it's different because there's 4 different types. There's like one for observation, so you can like see a certain amount of time into the future, so you can evade attacks.
Yakugan. Sharingan.
There's one like armament hockey. So you're like for the manga and the anime to like show like to show you that they're using it. It turns their skin black.
Susanoo.
But in reality, you're not going to see it's black. It's just like their hands or arms are harder to get hurt.
I saw
like,
the anime, Diego. It shows black.
They can throw things. There is Color of the Supreme King, where like if they just push their aura out enough, anyone who's weaker than them will pass out. And I can't remember what the fourth one is.
Yeah, it's the same.
I can't remember what the fourth one is, but there's like those kinds of hockey, and so like Kaido, he's a master of all 4, and so since Krillin doesn't know hockey or doesn't have hockey, that's why they're saying like, oh,
That's stupid.
yeah, but like
That's
Krillin,
like saying, okay, so he can't beat Krillin because he doesn't have any key.
yeah, the same thing.
Stupid.
Back to this point, this one I saw, I have it saved. I'm pretty sure I have it saved. If not, I saved the photo. But it said, people say Luffy would beat Goku, but Yamcha would just have to do this to Gear 5 Luffy. And I don't know what cartoon it's from, but it's just another cartoon holding another cartoon character underwater while it's drowning. This is what Yamcha would do to Gear 5 Luffy. And I couldn't say, because physically, that's true. He just, okay, here. How about you just drown?
I mean, yeah, like the and like what my brother was saying, Oda's not trying to make you this world of like,
Yeah, but we don't care. His argument point is like these One Piece and Dragon Ball Z fans or whoever Dragon Ball fans.
They also have they're
responsible too for responding. Just like, dude, just don't even respond. You're not going to get a rise out of them.
it's like if you're trying to argue like Naruto versus Dragon Ball, it's like
Hey,
Naruto
Dragon
guys
Ball's
would
wiping
lose.
the floor.
Naruto guys would lose. No,
And again, we even talked about
Kid
this.
Goku would probably lose to adult Naruto.
But we-
with
You
his
could argue
full-
maybe Genjutsu. I don't even know, but they have such
That's
high.
the only caveat.
But
Yeah.
we also talked about this. Like
Or the Death Reaper
the other
maybe.
issue is that even if you took away like their abilities, they're still also very well skilled fighters in martial arts.
Yeah.
It's not like they're fighting someone from Jujutsu Kaisen or from One Piece.
Yeah, straight
because-
hand to hand, that
yeah.
would be a good battle.
Yeah, I
No
would love to
power
see that.
levels. If they're on equal strength ground, that would be good because they're both not military. They're martial artists.
And like Luffy's not a martial artist. He's a brawler.
They're
He's
all
the only one who would be
Zoro's a
Zoro and
Kenjutsu specialist.
Sanji, because Sanji knows kicks and stuff like that. But
He does the whirlwind or whirl.
the Tatsumaki.
Yeah.
yeah, those are the only
Senpu
people who would be like fighters.
Sanji, I don't know about Sanji, but I'll give
Sanji,
you Zoro.
Sanji's
does
super strong.
kicks.
Have you seen-
Sanji? Like does actual like legit kicks type of stuff.
But again, he's not someone trained in martial arts. So even if he had those kicks with martial artists such as Naruto and like Goku, like he could wipe the floor
I
with
doubt
them.
he's
still.
landing any kicks.
Yeah, he's not gonna land any kicks on them anyway. They know how to.
Yeah.
They
And
dodge.
again, if we even went to manga, okay, if we went to manga comparisons, even then, Master Roshi could take on any of them because apparently Master Roshi can take on Jiren and fight. So like, if we want to go manga, there's that too. And so if Master Roshi can take on someone that can destroy almost an entire universe by themselves, then no one can beat.
Krillin fights Goku Super Saiyan Blue.
And survives.
It's
all we're trying to say is
See,
this.
that's the argument right there. That's how you end it. Oh, Krillin could lose to Kaido's. Like he went against Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Come on, he's already done. He fought a god. It's over. He just fought a world. He just fought a Yonko. There's nothing. It's not even a big deal.
Yeah. What we're trying to say, guys, is first of all, R.I.P. Toriyama.
Yeah.
And we're glad that finally Piccolo is useful again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his form.
He's
Yeah,
orange.
he's orange.
His
Chad.
orange form
He's a
is
Chad.
badass.
I gotta watch that movie again.
One Piece crazy Dick Rider fans, like, you gotta shut up. Like, it's not a shonen anymore. It's just an adventure anime. It's not what you think it is.
Oh,
Or
actually,
manga.
I want you to do this.
Enjoy it.
In that One Piece, if you have read it, put that in there. Put a discussion. One Piece is no longer a shonen anime for this reason. If you have an account,
will.
Senpai, or if Miss Arthur, do that and explain why. I want to see what people will say.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to speak to it, so you'd have to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But I'd gladly jump in and be like, oh, I'm about to start One Piece. It's nice to know that it's no longer shonen, and I'm sure people would shit on me for it.
I would like to just be like, One Piece is no longer a shonen.
I would just love to see what it would say. I would like to hear Miles Attack Guy when his.
I'll tell you this much.
I know you said
I'll
that
tell you
too
this
already,
much.
but-
I'll tell you this much. This current arc in the manga.
Is it the one with the weird like suits?
Yeah. There was not much fighting, but there's so much storytelling and so much depth. Like, they just started fighting like 3 chapters ago, and they've been doing this for the past year and a half with no fighting almost. And it's been amazing. How do you do that? You think Dragon Ball could do a whole year and a half of manga with no
It's called
fighting?
the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
Have you not heard? Dragon Ball is there. That's all they do is fight.
That is the basis of the
That's
show.
the base of the show. It's not
I know,
trying
but
to
I'm
find the
just saying, I'm
treasure.
just saying, could you do it?
Because they can actually find the treasure.
Dragon Ball's a show.
They have a radar for it.
That's why.
Yeah, but
It
look,
takes
at,
like
but
an
look at the
episode.
reason.
They're
Like, what is it for? Like, why?
We have technology.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that's why. So like that's what I'm saying. One Piece is not a shonen anymore.
Well, I guess the only thing I could ever think of is if they did chapters where they were trying to look for the Dragon Balls, and that's all they did.
Yeah,
that
but
would be
that
boring.
takes like an episode.
Yeah, that take an episode that couldn't take
Dragon
like
Raider.
a year of manga chapters to look for the Dragon
Because
Balls.
it's the
How
I'm just saying,
long?
One Piece is not
how
a
long
shonen.
of whatever equivalent of years have passed in One Piece since its
Oh,
inception?
okay. So the timing of that is
time-
horrible.
how much time has passed?
4 years.
4 years. This show's been on for 25 years plus, and it's only 4 years have lapsed.
They're every episode like one day.
Every
That's
episode's
crazy.
like a minute or 2 minutes or something like that.
Naruto spanned over the course of roughly 4 years.
So okay. So for the
Including
first
Shippuden is what I'm
first
saying, but yes.
400 plus episodes is the first year.
Oh God!
And then they do a time skip.
I'm still on the first year.
Once you'll know. Then they'll do a time skip
Of how long?
so
of
it's
how
a
long?
time skip.
to 1 year. No, 2 years? I can't remember like that. Yeah, 2 years. They do a time skip of 2 years.
Okay, so there's 2 years of no stories. So basically,
But-
the
but-
stories take place
And
over
they're
2
still
years.
looking.
And then yeah, that happens.
I am
The
excited
treasure
to
was
start
inside
it.
of us all along. It was
It's not
friendship.
fairy tale.
What if if the story's so good?
Why are
what
you
if
upset
that's
when
like-
Ash has been 10 all this time? Why are we not upset about that?
No one's watching that anime series.
I don't.
Been 10 for 30
As the
years.
biggest Pokemon fan here, I do
No
not
one
watch
watches
this anime.
that show seriously. They watch
No.
it for the battles only.
Okay, but either way, but animes are like that all the time, dude. Look at
Incorrect.
The Simpsons.
The
Simpsons.
plots of-
Mark's been 10 since the
As
80s.
someone who's currently
what?
watching AOT, the storyline has finally gotten good. You could argue it's been good. It's just he doesn't reveal a lot, but that's a discussion for another day.
Actually, I did want to. We can move on from that. I do want to hear. Cause you haven't. You've seen Attack on Titan, all of it? No.
Have you seen
You can
any of
spoil it. No, you can spoil it. I probably
Are
won't
you
watch
sure?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just to
I've
give
heard
you,
tons
You'd like it very
Yeah,
much.
just-
I've heard tons of people talk about it, so I'm like, I'm fine.
Okay.
so to give you a little context, this
You're giving context enough.
no, I'm giving you more. So Boricua Senpai started watching this. What, a month, maybe a month and a half ago, because he had
About a
never
month and a
seen it.
half
He
ago.
tried before and was uninterested, but because he had a friend who said, "Hey, I'll watch Naruto with you," watched all of it.
and Full Metal
and Full Metal.
Brotherhood.
He had to watch one of their favorite shows, which is Attack on Titan.
Correct. And I thought that was a good trade off because she asked, "Oh, what are your favorite shows?" And I go, "Top 2, Naruto's my absolute favorite, and then Full Metal Brotherhood, not the other one, but Brotherhood is my second favorite, and I think that's the best anime top to bottom." She goes, "Oh, her favorite is Attack on Titan," and I'm like, "Okay, I know a lot of people that love it. I'll watch it. I'm still not enjoying the show, but I'm appreciating the writing. I'm in season 4 now. I want to say
Is that the final season?
yeah, it's
Well,
because
it's
it says final season at the bottom.
Part 1.
You'll
But
see
then they
part
have like 5 different final episodes, and that was one thing that I also hated because I had already disengaged from it. I watched the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan, and I felt the story was so stagnant; it went nowhere to me. And people are like, "Oh, it just foreshadows and blah blah blah." I can discuss it if you want to now. I think for writing for me, I need to be compelled to keep watching something. Right? Yeah. It just felt like, oh, us against the world, being the Titans and brink of survival. That's fine. But because the author, the mangaka, what are they called? Mangaka was intentionally holding off a bunch of storyline pieces until second part of season 3, I had nothing to latch onto because I didn't even care for the characters. I still don't care for a lot of the characters. I think some of them are kind of cool, but I'm not attached to them. So to me, it could be good writing. It's just not writing for me, if that makes sense. And he's closing a lot of the loops, and I'm seeing the foreshadowing, and I'm being explained to that by my friend because I am missing some of them too. Because there's like just these small little moments that if you didn't really fully pay attention and write it down and now compare and contrast of what it was. Okay, cool. It's considered, I'd put it on genius level writing. I just think it's a boring way to write. You could have given us some pieces of this show without revealing big plot lines to help the fans stay, in my opinion, super engaged. That's my style or my preference. But
here's my question before you go into the where you're at currently. Yeah. But what was your, before you got to the basement, because that was the big thing in the second half of season 3 was like, we need to go back to Shiganshina. We have to get to the basement. What was in the basement?
What was in the basement? A drink, guys. This has been brought to you by Cerveza Crystal.
Your father wanted you to have this.
Are you asking me what was in the basement?
What was? No. I know what it was. My question is,
Candy?
What did you think would be in the that was so important? What was your
I thought it was
guess?
going to be a formula of how to become a Titan.
Okay,
that's really what I thought it was. Which, to some weird extent, it explained it. It didn't give. But they already knew how, I guess.
Yeah.
But it just gave a history on the development of the island that they're on, Paradise, and how they defected from the mainland, because it became essentially a civil war, from what I understand, and they're being cursed there. And then the king that was exiled into this land created these walls, and the mainland sent Titans in to just kind of, I guess, keep them in check as a punishment. And the king, you correct me if I'm wrong, because this is where I'm like starting to, I'm piecing things together, because now all of a sudden he's deciding to layer all these things.
It's kind of,
the king felt guilty about.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, they had, you know why they call the devils, right?
Yeah,
because of the bloodline they have. So they wanted to get rid of them. Yeah, yes. Eldians. They want to get them rid of them, so they put them onto the island, right? But there's still Eldians. There's still people in, my gosh, what's the place called? Marley. That will defect or whatever, and there are things like, well, if you're E, an Eldian, or B, you're defecting or you're going against us, your punishment is we're gonna take you to the island and we're gonna turn you to a Titan and unleash you there.
Yeah.
So that's part of it. There's other stuff in the story that you haven't revealed yet, but that's how all these Titans start just roaming around.
Yeah.
Right. So that's that part.
And then they've effectively eliminated most of all of those. They're called pure Titans. Because they set up a defense system. Anyways, I get what was your question? I guess I missed. The basement part,
the basement thing, because the thing was that they saw was that they found in the basement was the picture.
Yes.
So what was your response? What was your reaction? Like a picture, like.
Yeah, because I didn't realize. I mean, again, he shows you things and then he tells you many episodes later, which sometimes is cool. But if that's like your only thing to keep the writing interesting, that's you lose points on my part, because I disengage so fast. I can even be hooked and let go. Example: Stranger Things came out many years ago, the first season. I really enjoyed. I watched the first 6 episodes. I think they had 8.
Yeah,
I have not touched it. I don't know how it ends. I don't know where it's at now. But I'll still tell you, those first 6 episodes were incredibly good. But I just don't care to finish it. Like, I'm like, it was good, but I'm not attached to it, so I don't care. And I'm like that right now with Attack on Titan. But I didn't know what the picture was going to mean, and then it now jumps back to flashbacks of his father and how he came to be. And so it starts unfolding a lot of the storylines. And still, it is genius on how he ties it all together, because it is very seamless so far, and I'm sure it's going to stay that way. It seems like it will be. But right now, we're at the part where Tiber family... Is it called the Tiber family? The guy with the long blonde hair. He's the brother of the Warhammer. Woman. Mm-hmm. Eren gets into Marley. They have this like world summit with a bunch of ambassadors, basically declaring war on the island, because now they're becoming a threat. Because Eren's powers, he's actually able to bypass what I'm going to call a curse or a promise that a king made for not retaliating against the mainland, but Eren Yeager is now able to retaliate because he can just bypass it. I don't remember how they said it or if they've even explained it.
So I don't know where.
I don't know if it's explained it yet or if I missed it. But again, there's a lot going on.
Well, there's a reason. Okay, so in the end of the second season, when Eren yells and he punches the hand of one of the Titans, and all the Titans are eating them, right? And then you hear Renner says, "Of all people, why is it him?" That has to do with it. Again, if you don't remember
he
what
has
it is,
the voice.
Yeah, he has something with him,
He's got the power.
which was
does.
supposed to be passed down to the royal bloodline, which should have been Krista.
It's the founding titan.
Yeah, the founding. Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure it was the founding titan.
Yes.
So that's why he's like, of all people, why does he now have the founding titan? So basically, Eren has 2 titan forms in him.
And that's because, yeah, I know. Because Grisha, his dad, ate the founding titan.
Yep.
What was her name? The sister of Historia.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Frida?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
her
it was
name?
Frida. Yeah.
He ate Frida, and then Eren blocked out in his memory through trauma, I'm assuming is what the story implies. He became a titan, ate his father, so now he has the founding titan's power. And then he ate... what one did he eat to... Because he has the attack titan and the founding. Those
Yeah,
are the two
attack
that he
and
has.
founding, uh-huh.
Yep. And then now he just got the Warhammer.
Oh, you're right there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a cool fight, huh?
Dude, the Warhammer Titan is the only really badass looking Titan. Armored Titan's kind of cool, but the Warhammer looks so sick. So I'm upset I didn't get to see a lot of it. So I hope he transforms into it later a lot more. But the Warhammer Titan design, I'll have to show you a picture. Like that's a really
Did you like
badass
how
design.
he got it?
Yeah.
That
I
was a
mean,
sick
it
fight.
was cool. It was a very well thought out fight. It was like, these little moments, and then Sasha dies. So one of the things, I don't know if this was a foreshadow. Yeah, spoilers. Javi.
What? Sasha, who that?
Yeah. It brought me back. One of the
they are my favorite character.
Yeah. It's funny enough, so my friend who has rewatched this show several times to kind of piece things together was surprised that I caught on, because I remember Armin. I don't know if it's because I found Armin very annoying initially, but he said, I think 30% of us will die. Or he said something to that effect. That number will happen. And now we're starting to see a lot of them starting to die. And so I'm trying to keep track to see if it will come true.
Now here's the thing. So you're right there. What you'll start to notice is that he's also telling a story within the story.
Eren or the mangaka?
The mangaka is telling a story within the story with and I hate this character. You're not really connected to it. No, I hate Gabby.
Oh, my friend hates Gabby as well. And I also hated Gabby.
I still hate her. I even everything that she goes through and everything that happens in the story, I will forever hate her because I personally loved Sasha.
Sasha
And
was one of the characters I thought was cool. I'm not attached to her, but I thought she was cool.
And so I hated that. I also just don't like what she. But again, you're going to see these parallels that are be with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know why he did that. I just hate it. I'm like, why of all people you had to choose to do this parallel? Why'd you have to choose Gabby? I hate Gabby.
Yeah, and I've seen, because a lot of my friends that love Attack on Titan know I love Naruto. Like, that's my favorite one. They've made correlations between Itachi and Eren. I don't see it yet. There's very, very loose similarities, but their motives, even where Eren's at now, are definitely completely separate.
I will say, I can see that where
Not motives,
because
their approach, I guess, is what I meant to say.
I would say if you think of Itachi, right, when you learn about his reasoning, whether or not you like him as a character, that's a whole different story, right? But you don't know what his actual intentions were until much, much later.
Sure.
The same thing with Eren. I think that's how they're trying to say is you'll realize his intentions much, much later. Which again, to your point, you're like, why don't you send me or show me some of these intentions and how they're correlated? But again, you're not going to get.
I don't even need the intentions. I just mean certain things, like some of the secrets on. I'll have to go back and write them down.
I'll
but
say
it's
that
like,
even then, if you think about secret, think about all the other things.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, they're going to keep throwing other stuff at you. They're going to keep the story's going to keep twisting you and again,
that's fine. I just mean my issue was 2.5 seasons of nothing to truly compel or push the story from my point of view forward. It was all just people are just going to keep dying until they figure out how to kill the Titans. So it was very stale for me. I see he foreshadowed a lot. Cool. He could have given us bits. Even if he twists it later, that's fine, because that's what happened with Itachi, right? You think Itachi's one thing, and then 400 episodes later, it's a complete 180 on what your thought process was. If you didn't get any spoilers. Yeah.
So I think it's something similar.
Sorry.
I think it's something similar trying to tell you that you're gonna see Eren in a different. Again, I'm not saying.
But that's fine. I'm open to it. I'm not
Yeah.
closed. I'm just saying, as of the story right now, I definitely don't see the similarities.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
So I mean, again, great writing. If I didn't make this promise, because my friend asked me, she's like, "Would you keep watching?" I could literally just disengage from this and not know the answers, and I'm okay with it because I'm not compelled by any of the characters or the story still.
That's fair.
But great writing, where we're at least. So
Okay. Well, there you go. We'll have to report on.
Yeah,
how you think
when
of
I'm
the
done with
very
it,
end.
I'll bring up some stuff because I don't know
You'll have to tell us who would win the fight
if
between
I'm alone.
Eren
There's a
Yeager
lot of
and
I feel that
Itachi.
there's a lot of a Jewish influence on what Eldians are.
Sure, I don't know.
I'll explain it when I'm done, just to see if I'm wrong or right, because I think the similarities on what happened to specifically in the 40s, right, the Holocaust. This has a lot like the Eldians seem very. I don't know if this is a complete coincidence, but the way this guy has written the Eldians feels like they're kind of the Jews of that
I could see that.
Yeah.
universe.
I will tell you, in the manga, it was a lot harder for me to realize who were the Marlins, who were the Eldians.
Because
For
they
some
didn't have
reason,
color.
I was just like, I can't remember who's who. And then when I was watching the anime, I'm like, okay, for some reason, this makes a lot more sense. But in the manga, for some reason, it kept me. I had to keep thinking, okay, it's these people and these people. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So anyway, it's good. I mean, I'm sure I can see why it's ranked so highly. I'm unbiased in that regard. I can see how great it is. I would disengage if I didn't make the promise that I'd
That's fine.
still
Yeah.
watch it. So
It's all good. Okay, perfect. All right. Anyone have any last things to say? I know you do. Nope.
No.
Okay.
we're good.
I think we're good. We're gonna have some great stuff to talk about next week, or whenever, and not just next week, but also whenever you finish Attack on Titan.
Yeah, well, I might finish by next week. We'll see.
And then we'll keep you posted on what we're gonna do next with our Twitch.
Pokemon.
I think well, Pokemon, but just Twitch in general. I think we might again. Hopefully, if Battlefront gets fixed soon, we'll start streaming that as well and start playing together. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Or we'll just start playing Apex and start streaming our losses.
Hey, I
not
would
do
watch
that.
those. I like.
Yeah, let's do
I like
that.
Watching
No,
that.
don't do
I
that.
tune in.
It's fun. We have tons of fun doing it.
We always lose.
Yeah, we lose
It
together.
doesn't matter. If we lose, we'll lose together. Then we'll do that too.
Yeah,
Or whatever
yeah.
the code is.
Yeah, but we'll actually do it together. We won't have you fight Thanos by yourself and then me fight him in a different place.
And you actually yell "assemble," not whisper it.
Yeah, assemble.
That's true.
What?
All right, fair enough.
What? Spider-Man's like, what? What'd you say?
What did he say? What did he say?
I think you said my member. No.
I think he said, "Do the thing." No,
Yeah.
no.
Captain, now's not the time. We're about to fight Thanos.
That would be cool. That'd be a cool.
Yeah,
not
this
to
is
spoil
great.
it, but he goes Avengers. Cerveza Crystal, and then they charge.
What will you do after you've snapped away? I'd finally rest and have those. Thanos just over.
When he sits down getting dusted.
When Thanos goes, all that for a drop of Cerveza Crystal.
Oh my god.
This just writes itself,
I'm glad you
man.
guys found that. That's so
Yeah.
good.
There we go. We have stuff for next week. Alrighty, guys. Thanks very much for watching. We truly enjoy everyone who watches our videos. We have more videos coming out, not just our podcast videos. I'm currently working on the second sequel to the English opening.
Check it
English
out. It
songs.
says 1.2K views, I think, last time I
1.3
checked.
now.
It's a good video.
I'm doing a second one. I'm almost done with all of Shark King's top 10 types of Pokemon. Go watch on his channel, and have our final Soul Silver video. It'll be coming out soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
So watch for those ones. It's going to be fun.
God, yeah.
Yep. So
Back when we were winners.
yeah, when we were winners. Don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Chimino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Listen to these podcast episodes as well on Spotify, Apple Podcast, on Podomatic. They're just delayed by 2 weeks, so you can watch it here first on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. We will catch you next time. This is David the Smash Fan,
Mr.
Boricua Senpai.
And Shark King.
and this is Chibi No Podcast.
Sponsored by